put on that great day, this is trending issues. The DHL Foundation, they conducted as a program that is intended towards looking at issues that are making headlines and also on the lips of every Nigerian, on the social media, and also on the press. We'll try to give publicity to it and also try to see how we can be able to offer a solution. This is part 2 of the program we started with, and we still have the same panelists on set to be able to also give us insights and information that we need to be able to perform the issue of rape. Before we introduce our guests, I just want to say here that rape is evil and should not be tolerated. It should be condemned by every sane living being on earth. And we also look at one situation where there will be stiffer punishment for whoever is involved in rape, whether it's the female or the male. There should be punishment. Nobody is above the law. Anybody that it is proven beyond every reasonable doubt that rape was committed, people should be punished. I want to start again from my far left, which is right on from the screen when you're watching it from. I want to introduce Joshua. He's the president of JBN and also an online TV, and also does a lot of training, media training, and also is having a program that will be on the 26th of June, if I'm not mistaken, on the screen. I also have Doris is here also, the resident pastor in the church here in Lagos. The man of God has doing very, very well, and also we want her insight. We also appreciate her coming to be part of this program. And also maybe I will introduce myself. My name is also hello, and we also have Daniela here also, who will give us her insight on just Mother Word is here, she's the one I just left school, just finished studying. And also the psychologist, where we should see how we can get a fresh perspective also on the issue of rape. Please, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we already have the definition which Joshua has already told us before, from part 1, the definition of rape. So we want to see how we can just move forward immediately. Maybe we'll just take one definition also from him, from those who are probably just watching it for the first time on set or on TV or on BHF online TV or whatever station is displayed in Nigeria. Maybe we'll just again refresh our mind on the definition of rape.
Well, I'd like to buttress what Dami what she has no global definition for rape, but literally there is a meaning for every action, and rape can be categorized as intercourse that is carried out with or without force, but out of the consent of the victim. So, generally, I can just put it that way.
Okay, that's the general definition. The underlying word there is without consent.
Without consent.
Without force or not, the issue is that without consent.
Yeah.
Because if you put a gun in the head of a lady, there's no way she's going to struggle. So that does not mean because she's not struggling, that does not mean that she gets a consent. It's also a wonderful definition. Now we want to look at it. We want to look at the physical aspect of rape. Let's start first with the physical aspect of rape. The victim. Maybe we start again from attention.
Well, there are lots of damages to rape does on human body. And the critical, as much as it has to do with penetration. And the penetration of the female organ, of which will lead to tears, wounds, and we have some ladies who experience such and their life never been seen because of the tears. A lot of things happen to them. Sexual transmitted disease is there, also their body, damages, physical damages. It can cause a lot of things. Sickness, imbalance of towards state and the lot of course, which is raising cost to life for everyone, but it is 50% action. So,
is there any other definition? I mean, is there any other contribution? Before we look at the emotional aspect of it.
Really, this, yeah, almost said it all, though as a result of the lady struggling from not being raped, like there will be bruises, wounds from her struggling, even sometimes can even lead to death. So, yeah.
Okay. Let me ask. Well, I want to ask the audience anyway, but then, is there any emotional psychological effects?
Yeah, there are so much of in fact, if you ask it personally, the number one side effect of rape to an opposite sex it has to do with the psychology, because the psychology aspect of it is where humans live all your days, touring your events that have been occurred in life. They can be positive or negative. And if you ask me, the psychology aspect of it is it happens to become a lifetime trauma in the life of the opposite or the individual that is affected. And this leads to bringing about the affected partner developing a kind of hatred, a lifetime hatred and opposite sex. And especially when it comes to the female aspect of it, when the female is being abused sexually, she began to live with this mindset that every man she sees, they are of the same category, they think alike, and because of that you see them developing this kind of hatred to men. I think on this aspect of psychology, maybe I would like to use myself as an example. When I was growing up as a girl child, then fine, some of them could be as a result of peer pressure, and I was having a kind of maltreatment from my auntie that was bringing me up, and so I was just learning between them. And you just know that as a girl child, then while I was growing up in the land of Lagos, parents are not there, and probably I just need assistance academically. Yeah, that reminds me of an incident. I could remember when I wanted to write my GSS3, my junior year. I knew I was doing self-staging because I was living with my auntie and she wasn't interested about my academic aspect of it. I was forcing myself. I really wanted to go to school. And in my little ways of staging towards that junior year, I noticed I couldn't really make it up. And then in the neighborhood, there is this uncle I know that is up to, is well-to-do enough financially because he has a girlfriend that lives in that compound. And I walk up to him and I'm like, Uncle, please, I need an assistant. He's somebody that normally when he comes around, he wants to make the children feel happy, give and all of that. But to my greatest surprise, that day when I walk up to him, I was like, Uncle, so, please, this is the situation on ground. How can you be of help? The next thing was meet me somewhere and meet me in an hotel. And when I looked at him, I was like, why this at this point? That was the first scenario. And as I grew up in life as a girl child, after when I finished my secondary school, trying to look for means of survival, there are some places you go asking for employment, and almost all the men, mostly they will ask you, are you ready to cooperate? And even by the time I knew I've lost so many opportunities as a result of me, like, why? So I grew up, I must confess to you all that I grew up as a girl child at the time. I was like, I don't think I'm going to marry in life because I felt men see ladies as nothing. They just want to use them and dump them. So I grew up having this hatred whenever I see men, regardless of who you are and all of that. So the psychology aspect of it, the psychology effect on the affected person, in fact, can never be erased. It's just of recent that I grew up into maturity. I began to come across, have relationship with the mature ones and the non-mature ones, and I've been able to balance it that it's not about everybody. But how many of these affected people have been able to come to balance the equation that is not everybody that is into that act. So the psychology effect of it does not have an end, except there's a divine intervention.
I will, since we also have psychologists around here, we will also look at the psychological effect which we will also continue to. But again, before she answer that question, let me also chip in this, because we are trying to see how to balance these issues and also to stop it. Is it also possible that some of the female folks have been able to create a wrong impression about the ladies themselves? The reason why I say so is that most times you discover that some of the ladies, unfortunately the married ones, they seem to put sex before anything. They seem to want to, they believe that one of the ways they can get their way through is through that act. I know quite a number of them. For example, many years ago, somebody walked up to me, came to this office. They came and said she saw that they wrote they're looking for staff in this place. And quite a number of them came. Then this one she just came, and she said she's qualified and the rest is okay. We'll call you. And actually, we really had the intention to do that. I was one of those people. But while she was going out and she got to the gate, she turned back and she said, as for my normal work, I can do in the office, I can also satisfy the sexual. Of course, she lost the job. But again, not quite up to 2 days, in the same office that we had, towards the end of the office, they used to have some young guys that were working. I started seeing her with them, and they said for 1 month, 2 months, I just kept back, I didn't say anything until both she and the guys don't see them again. So that's why I have to ask that question, because if you even go to the bank, it's the same thing. I've heard the story of most, my friends know this story that happens in their office. You just cannot understand it.
The beginning of that, I'm a recruiter, I recruit staffs who start recruiting. I was invited to a company to come out testing their staff and recruitment from there. After a lot of that, so they did that thing. I didn't say one man. The way they dress, they dress is nice. And when they're coming, I ask them, as much as I'm not looking for your artwork, I need to stop. I know the system looking for. And then at the end of the day, one of the qualified interviewers supposed to join me in my car, taking to the main office of that company. From that point, it was just because he knows that to get employment, He was telling he was just asking, I didn't answer, I was trying. Yes, suddenly, she wanted to put her hands on my neck. I said, now, get up. So I didn't believe. You see, I want to believe that if you look at this issue, women cause a lot of problems. Yeah. Because men, as our psychology, is what we see that trigger us. While women is what they hear that trigger them. Now, look at average. Let's put about 10 ladies together. See the way they go. From this point, they are sending wrong signals, which has formed a negative emotion in the heart of almost, not everyone, all men, few of men, forming that picture in their mind that are just cheap chicken. They are only just she's looking something from me. She wants to collect something from me. So before you do that one, let me do my own. I think that is a problem.
And that is, sorry for chipping in this. While he was just laying emphasis on that, actually, if you are being in the working environment, you really see that these languages are true. Then back then, my boss she would always make a statement. She would be like, if a woman uses her bottom or her body to get a position, that she will never last in that position for a very long, for a period of time. But this brings me back to while he was talking, something came to my mind, like, why is it that when it happens that it is ladies that seduce men, you know, and along the line the man conceives and they do the normal thing, nobody counts it as rape. If the man is being lured through the woman, nobody counts it as rape, and there will be no issues anywhere. But when we raise alarm is whenever it is the man.
That's where the issue is.
So it's so confusing. No, I don't know. How do we then really state that if a man is being raped by a woman,
or a woman being raped by a man?
Because you see, before that answer the issue of violence to contribute on that side, and also the psychological side of it, that men are raped every day. Their mind
Harassment.
their mind are already raped every day. They live. I've seen some certain things at times. I just cannot explain.
You know, and it's because our society has gone banana. We have lost the moral standard. It's all gone. And the center of control of moral standards is also our God, which is the religious God. So we allow some certain things, and we give wrong impression. You don't need to tell people to dress one way or the other. Let me give you an instance. I was a pastor sometimes over the church of close to 800, and all my choirs they dress according to the standard of the church. But some of them are university graduates. They go to school, they dress on skirt, or trouser. One day, one of this choir came to me. She was crying. Why are you crying? She said she doesn't want to do her hair. What's wrong with you? Don't want to do this one, don't want to do that. I was preaching one day, and as I was preaching, something was telling her that she's somebody in school and that person in church. So therefore, it's living a double life. So people will live a double life to just come to confess and see them. I said, let me give you a private example. If your school has you to dress that way, you have to be a black-eyed student. But if your school does not, you have to do as the law of that particular division has you to do. He said, then they will tell us, okay, do as you said, Holy Ghost first. Now, what I'm about to say is, how many of these people in the church are convinced by the Holy Spirit, even when the pastor speaks? He may not even speak about it, but the presence of the Holy Spirit is going to convince him. But looking at it, the presence of the Holy Spirit has become a comedian, where we bring comedian to represent the joy of the Holy Spirit in the church. So therefore, Holy Spirit has said that most churches, they are not operating within the ambit of the Holy Spirit.
And also writing them to the place of something. Something about new. I know that because of okay, I will ask this question to them now. There are two questions I've asked in one, which I want her to also give our own perspective on. What are the psychological effects, which is part of, if there's any, because authorities have also said something about that. And also, how long does it take? Is there a time frame about this effect of rape? Is it after 5 years, the lady will forget about it? Is it after 6 years?
Okay, let me first talk about the psychological effect. Though psychological effect varies on different individuals. For some, For some, it comes as a form of depression. The person will not be able to fit into the society. They will feel sad all the time. Though it's normal for someone that just got raised to feel sad and all, but when it now gets to, it now starts to take for a longer period, they will now term it as depression. That is, the person can no longer fit into the society. It's now a psychological disorder. For some, it comes as a form of flashback. And the person will feel as if maybe the person just have a form of, maybe someone that looks like the person that actually raped that individual, or maybe a form of sin or something like it can just come as a form of flashback.
And also
yes,
nightmare.
The person will feel out. So this is like I think it's occurring same time, and also for some it comes as a form of PTSD, that is post-traumatic stress disorder. Like that kind of case, like it needs a form of a real professional to handle that kind of case. When someone have post-traumatic stress disorder, they don't. Just like what you said, like when you see a male, you just like all guys are the same. You don't want to even associate with guys. I think most times when I look at some people, they call themselves feminists. I think they have a kind of yes. You see some like they don't want to have anything
even
to do.
Some of them do
yes, exactly. There was one video I came across, like a lady was rescued. She was actually drowning in the water. Then she was being rescued by a male. Then she was like, she's going to sue the guy for rescuing her inside that water. That should have leave her to drown inside the water. I was like, if she was like, you know, she's going to sue the guy. That the guy didn't ask for her consent before he rescued her from the water. Like,
the issue of rape, the concept part is very critical. It's very critical. I watched a movie as well that a writer went to the bush to write a story there. Some men came to rape her.
For me, what leads to this prostitution nowadays? If you are to have an interaction with one or two of these prostitutes we see along the road, I'll do what they do. Some of them might have this experience. They must have felt, okay, men are the people that are taking advantage of me. Okay, so because of that, how do I pay them back? So psychologically, they began to like, okay, let me get back on my feet and deal with any man that comes my way. Let me take advantage of them even before they taking advantage.
They lost their self-worth.
Yeah, exactly.
So now,
just want to anyhow.
It can become a hangover, it can become anything, because once you lost your self-worth, you can do anything, no shame again.
That's right.
And it's also possible, because I read a book some time ago of a lady who, after about 6 or 7 years of marriage, discovered that she was not happy in her home. She was not happy at all. She had about a kid or two. But she was very cold. The husband would sit at her. Each time they want to have sex together or something like that, the wife was treating her. So it's got to a stage where the man knew that something wrong because the lady was not talking again. Until they reported, I think the pastor also was the project, the lady was invited. And during the process of discussion, that's when she opened. Right from when she was about 9, 10, because she was on the big side. The stepfather, started raping her. And even when she was about 13, 14, she tried to talk to the mother about it. But the mother was not interested. The mother was, the mother does not want to break her marriage. Because as far as she was concerned, her marriage to her is more important than what just this one child is talking about. She was already about 2 or 3 other children. So, is it also possible that it can also affect?
Yes, definitely. Whatever that happens to your mind, emotion, is possible. Even in camp, they cannot.
Which means they don't have.
Sex is not what's supposed to be. That's been abused. So the mind position, what we call it mind representation, what is said to be is something bad. So when anybody used to read, see that, oh my God, this is adding on to. Supposing read a particular book that because you make you feel uncomfortable. Next time you see that book, what you do? So because he has registered something in your mind. Definitely maybe that book is not what it was. They took something, but because of that, anywhere you see the kind of So it has a lot. Psychologically speaking, there's a lot to deal with here.
Yes, sir. When we're talking about this, the psychological aspect of it, like I said, it's a lifetime. I have a minister friend, presently as he's talking, just recall. They are married, husband and wife. He won't confess to me that, category. Since I got married to my wife, and my wife is not romantic. And I was like, okay, have you checked yourself as a man? Do yourself as you romantic? He said, I am romantic. He said, then what is the problem? He had to open up. That was like, that the wife confessed to him that when she was growing up, she lived with her mom. And her mom happened to have a beer, running in a beer parlor. And the girl was working with the mom in the beer parlor. And the wife, she would be there, men would be coming. In fact, that it was even her own mom, her own mother, that was using her to entice the men. You know, that because men are doing
to sell her
own market, her own daughter, her own child. So this girl grew up being molested, and mother using her as a means of, you know, keeping her customers. So she grew up with this mindset of men are just, you know, she doesn't enjoy sex anymore. Till up to date, the guy is like, anytime he wants to make love with the wife, he has to go extra miles, do all what he can do. And even at the end of the day, that she will just be lying down there, not because she's enjoying it, because she's married. She's already having 4 children on ground, but physically she's not romantic. She doesn't give herself willingly.
Yeah. Now that instinct has killed. A lot of rapists, just a lot of. That is why a rapist should be killed. Because you have killed someone. You know, men are tripartite. They are so straight and men. So your body is a physical. Your soul, which is the state of your emotion and the rest. And a rapist killed the soul by that action and left only spirit and body. That is why nothing is applicable to anything. So the law should kill someone who rape because they have killed somebody.
We want to also look at the next 15 minutes or thereabout that we have for this program. We need to start to address this issue. The first thing we want to, I found out things have changed. I believe that many years ago, you cannot see a mother and a daughter or the children discussing sex. It's taboo. In fact, in the churches, they believe that also mentioning things about sex is already satanic. So the church kept quiet about it until Satan took over. But like I used to say in some of the books I write, the sex is of God. And if sex is satanic, God will not be there. But it has to be within the confines of his instruction. He said, I think in Hebrews 13 verse 4 or so, the marriage is honorable and the dead on the ground. So what should children or parents engage their children more in sex education?
Definitely, we should. In fact, right from his feet, he's telling her this is it's not born. Call it what it is. This is penis. This is vagina. And it's your property, it's your own personal. Begin to, because when you look at the growth of our children today, I have a daughter, it's just 9, but when you look at her, she's already going like a mature woman. So right from age 3, that means when she sits down properly like a woman, began to, train up and manage it. Because even our concept of sex now is gone. We don't understand what sex is about. We think sex is penetration. No. The greatest sex in psychological is when you are connected. It's called a soulmate. You are connected with your own soul. That's what God just said. How can a woman who does not, respond to the active and the romantic in sex life have 4 children? Which means you can have as many children as possible without enjoying sex. And sex is good. It's for your health. It's for both men and women's health. God put it there to make us. When you see a man who is having sex constantly, look younger. Likewise, a woman who enjoys sex, look healthier. It's a God way of taking us, to feel our life purpose. But unfortunately, we have taken it wrong. We make more sex physical.
That's all dimension of humanity: spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. But we go for the physical, and these are the things they pass across to our children, and they got it wrong. When somebody is signal to them and there is connection in them in their mind, you won't know it. And if you just connected, the thing will now come and rape. You say, you rape me. Something started it. There's a signal, there's a connection somewhere. But when you allow your children to know earlier that these are the signs, watch out, when the man is doing this, he's putting his hands on your eye, he's taking your test, he's doing this. Now, know that he's sending the wrong signal. Quickly react to it or respond to it. Don't react, respond, and know that this is the wrong language. You think to withdraw. So earlier in life we do, the better. The growth of our children are faster than we ever did. In those days, a 3-year-old child is still sucking breast, but 1-year-old child, 3 years old, is already in the primary one. So because you know, she grew up by 10 years. I saw a girl of 10-year-old. Is already mature with breast and everything. 10 years. And you have seen on paper rape a 10-year-old give back to a child. 13 years old give back to a child.
I even learned a 7-year-old girl gave back to a child.
So,
no, 5 years. 5 years.
So now things has changed.
So I want to also add this. I think it was because of this experience I had with one of my cousins. Like, if you don't teach your children sex education in one way or the other, they know about these things. There was one time I was actually talking with my cousin, and she was like, she saw one of our colleagues at class. She's still in primary 3 there. I was still in school, I think 300 level, and she was like, she saw them jogging. I was like, jogging. She was like, come, don't say my mom way. That they are doing mommy and daddy. Like, they tell me something else. I was like, George, like, what do you mean? So it was because of that experience that prompted me to change my project topic into the impact of sex education and religiosity on teenagers. So it was just that experience. I was like, no, in one way or the other, they know about this thing, but negatively, they know it. They know about it outside. So it's better to teach them the right way.
Some parents, some women, they took their boy of 1 year to the bedroom, naked in his presence and bathing in his presence. They thought that guy is not saying anything. No, this is mind connection. It's a picture. When you carry a child of a year old, take into the bedroom, both of you are breathing together. What kind of love is that?
Yeah, honestly, parents really have to work seriously on
themselves. Yeah.
On themselves.
Yeah.
And another point I would like to raise when we talk of parents talking of sex education to their children. Although finally in the modern system of doing things, number one, you have to build a relationship. The mother and the child must have that relationship. If the relationship is not there, the mother or the parent will not be able to communicate.
Both father and mother.
That's right. They will not be able to communicate. I can remember when I was growing up as a girl child with my aunt. When I just came to Lagos, when I just came to Lagos, I wasn't developing all of that, my bread and all of that. So all of a sudden, when I came to Lagos, within a year, my body system, everything just started moving well. Like, at the time, my auntie, when I came to Lagos, my auntie she just changed, She was like, the relationship that we used to have as auntie, sisters, that wasn't there. She started using me portraying me like a house girl, to her friends and all of that. And her language to me automatically changed as well. So when she noticed those body changes all over me, the next thing, if I do anything in the house, she would tell me, look at your chest. She would have started bringing up breast. I mean, let me tell you, before you know it, any man that touches you, you just get pregnant. And once you get pregnant, I will send you back to the village. Once you go back to the village, fine, to her. The Bible said everything works together for good. Today they've loved God. Truly, when she was giving me that message, to me, I felt she was actually sending a message. I grew up with this mindset that a man must not touch me. That if you touch my body like this, I'll be pregnant. Serious. I grew up with that mentality as a girl child that a man must not touch my body. not even seeing my pants and all of that, you know. To her, she actually sent the message. It helped me, and I kept myself. I don't have it, fine. I wouldn't say it the other way around. She also have a daughter, but she wasn't using that harsh language to the daughter, nor the soft language. So the daughter grew up being, you know, the other way and all of that. And today, me, fine, I'm enjoying the stuff, the lesson she gave to me, though it wasn't coming as well, like with a good intention. You know, she was using it abusively, but thank God I took it and it worked for me.
And you know, if you, from your own side, not everybody will actually take it. Because the way we pass across information is very critical. For instance, what you said you take and it's helping for you, probably it may have another psychological effect on you on the way around. Because it has given a picture of wrong notion about men, their touching, their relationship. It will affect a little bit your relationship with men.
Yeah, which it did.
I get you now.
Yeah.
Although the sex aspect of it, you are able to keep yourself. But if she has passed it across in a lovely way, maybe you will have balanced it up. That it is not this one that causes it. It is this process that causes it. Then you now enjoy it.
Okay. We'll be on a very short break. Then when we come back, we'll begin to round up and look at if a rape victim comes to you, what advice are you going to give to them? Because it's also possible that, like what Doris said, the auntie did not know more than that. There are many parents that are not aware.
Definitely. You can't give what you
don't. They are not aware. So if they're not aware, they don't even know how to follow up. They don't know what to say and the rest. You are welcome to a wonderful and a beautiful day. I hope you've been enjoying our programs. My name is David Elo. I want to introduce some of our books to you, very enriching books, great books. We have over 65 books now published by DHL Foundation, and they are books that will enrich you, they are books that will bless you. And the first one I'm holding in my hand now is Canada. A wonderful story of two brothers born in the same family. One ended up becoming one of the top lawyers in Nigeria, while the other one ended up becoming one of the most dangerous armed robbers in Nigeria. Two brothers, the same family, but two separate lives. Just read the story and see how it ends. We also have the power of the spoken word. We have from Israel to Jacob. We have when the dead won't stop sinning. We also have 60 seconds to midnight. We have touching the hem of his garment. We also have created for a purpose. We have the gatekeepers. A wonderful book talking about ladies. We have the God Factor. We also have the stranger in my mind. We also have the dark side of the truth, the pastor's secretary. We also have like a hole in the head. And we have those books. Please pick any of these great books. And you definitely be blessed. You're going to see our website and all our social media handle. You can also follow us there and also get our books on either of the platform, especially the website. I want to read. There's always a saying that readers are leaders. Until you read, you cannot lead. Knowledge is powerful. The Bible says even the righteous need knowledge to break through. The fact that you are righteous is not enough. You also need knowledge to be able to break through. So among the 65 of our books and more that are coming out, pick up anyone. And I believe that they are going to change your life tremendously, and you will never be the same again. God bless you. You're welcome back. I believe you'll be blessed by, and also you'll be informed. There's a popular saying that when you are not informed, you are before God. So we want to look at, as we begin to round up the next 10 minutes or so, the science and also advice that we can give to someone who's just raped. Because you see, the advice you give to someone that is going through an issue is so important. That if somebody is going through such issue, just come to you and say, sorry, I've just been raped. And just say, that is serious already. You are already the only thing you have completely. You know, but the way you address it, I remember some time ago, many years ago, I forgot about 10, 11 years ago. I forgot about 50,000 and I went to buy some things. I took taxi. As I was coming back, I was discussing with the guy. I don't know when. I just dropped the envelope, and the 50,000 was there. 3 days before then, I left 50,000 inside Mr. Biggs. 3 days later, so when I came back, I was really devastated. And then I just make a call. I called someone, and the response was, "It's what happened." I said, "It's terrible. Something terrible just happened." She said, "What happened? How many about that?" I said, "I forgot. I just lost 50,000 inside taxi." The person said, 50,000. Can you say 50 million or 50,000? I said 50,000. He said 50,000. You think your mates are living 50 million? Even the bank they crash with 50, they go drink tea. They go beer bar or go drink beer. Ordinary 50,000. You know, I was so shocked I can't. I didn't tell anybody again. I don't know. You know, because normally people are always looking for who to sympathize.
When something happens to you,
but when you just address it, it just kills something. I was so able to attempt to do it. You know, the way you respond to issues when you are asked is very important.
Yeah.
So, and then also start just figure out what are the signs to look for, and what if they come to you now, somebody comes to you, whether male or female, what will be your response?
Well, it's a critical situation, and it has a degree of rape. Some rape are devastating, whereby there's a lot of cares. Such person, immediately we don't have anything to say. Just take care of the physical wounds, and gradually you work on it because it takes time and you get through the process. When people also come to me, the first thing you let me know is that don't worry, you're getting back. Assure giving you hope to live. Because if she may decide to kill you, first thing to keep giving a picture of the future. Because the intent of that action is to kill who is, show him who God has given to him, or lead us to him. But what happened to you does not define. This is how you are living. This is who you are. This is your work. Giving back is work. Giving back is by the time she started dealing back the senses of work, self-work, she begins to overcome it. And gradually let her know that don't talk about it to people. Be an advocate against rape. So be what is it called? If you have an NGO, if you have capacity,
Don't hide it.
don't hide it. Because the more you hide this thing, the more talk about it. Give him, sometimes you can just invite him, just talk about it. The more she talks about it, the more she defeats those pressure. And over time, she will get it.
You're right.
I think I would like to say to that effect that to me, I think the message to give to such an individual is the message of a self-forgiveness. Because you let the individual lose the lifetime side effect he or she might be living with. By the time you let them know the life side effect, especially in the area of the woman, how emotional aspect of it, when it comes, even when she's married, how if she grew up without forgiving herself, without letting go of that mindset, of that trauma she has gone through, she will live not to enjoy her marriage, she will live not to associate with opposite sex. Just give them the message of self-forgiveness. Let them learn how to let go by them.
Yeah, I think I used to have one really wisdom that the things I did on regaining those who were focusing on rape. I think I did it for almost a month. Just to, because there are some aspects of their life that will affect them, their goals, their vision, their physical relationship, just like I said. You then people know the opposite I mean your unisex, what is it? Is it unisex? Your equal sex. You want to react to them because
by the time she's touching some part of the body, she begins to react. There's a signal ahead. It will affect relationship with us. And to buttress it up, if possible, the person should be taken through on a home course. There's an home course that you can set at home course for the person. About 8 modules, and have a home course about 8 modules to regain that. It's a lot of.
Okay, also add that when a rape victim actually comes to me, I'll make them realize that they are not the cause of what happens to them. Because some people will feel like, is it the way I dress? Like, was that the cause of what actually happened? Like, you just make them to believe that they are not actually the cause. It just happens to make it like they are not actually the cause. But when you actually feel that you are blaming them, that you shouldn't have gone, you should have, like, that, you don't judge them. And also, if it's something that is stressing, that maybe it's still occurring, you can just inform the maybe security agencies to protect that person, because you have to have the protection of that individual in order to withdraw that person from that situation. If it's something that is still reoccurring, maybe the person is being molested by maybe the uncle or maybe the father or something, that is just to withdraw that person from that situation, because you can inform maybe the security agencies that can also set that person, and also put the person through series of therapy, because it's life-threatening and life-disturbing issue. So
even somebody suggests relocation.
yeah, just remove that person from that situation.
Yeah,
It's okay. I believe we've been able to, we've learned one or two things from our discussions on training issues. We also going to have more and more issues trending that we are going to address and also talk about. Let me also say, as we begin to round up, that please be reachable as a parent. Ensure that the children can talk to you. It's also important, so that when that uncle or that auntie that is staying along, staying with you, begins to touch some sensitive part of the boy and the girl, I mean, she can be able to come to you and say, Mommy, this is what is happening. Mommy, this is what is happening. Ensure that you can be reached. Ensure that your children can confide in you. And you also, as a young boy and a young girl, when you begin to see that somebody is going to pass his boundary, don't begin to laugh. Because the thing is this, most of these things starts from touching. Then when you say nothing about it, you proceed to the next. Just like we used to say, I grew up in Delta. We grew up in Lagos like just as we used to say, what it is also, it's in a class, they enter dance. So it just starts with class. When they say the minute they go don't clap, they begin dance. So it's not left for you as a male or female to say, stop it. Please don't proceed. Not actually. By these days, I used to watch a program those days also where they were saying, just like a joke anyway in the church, where they hold somebody, the next thing you see one guy just grab the press and say, stop you so because this is a so boundary so we do have all in the name of God, all in the name of God.
But now, Thank
Korea has separated many things. To stop many things in that regard. So because these things are also, we must be very careful. Because you, as a lady, when the guy in the church seems to, each time he comes, oh, sister, God bless you, it's like you're enjoying it. You are giving the guy a wrong signal. And from there, we proceed to the next. And when he finds himself in a close space with you and you refuse, he wants to have his way. Because he has already started. So whether you like it or not. So please ensure as a lady that you keep yourself watched. As a lady, do everything possible to see that you don't put yourself in a compromised situation. A guy, you go and see somebody late in the evening, he invites you to his house in the evening, and you go there, leave him alone, it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. If I even invite you to a hotel, say, a lady called me and said, the man of God, he listened to me on radio, and said, I heard you preaching on radio in Carnegie. I came to a program in Lagos, and one of the pastors, he called the name of the church, and the rest, it's a prophet. He invited me that I need special prayer, and he would pray for me, I should pay for hotel. And the lady told me that I want to pay me person, I want you woman. He said, please pay me person, I need pay for the hotel when the man comes there. If I need to pay them, I need my money, okay. On training issues. We are going to look at, on the next episode of our broadcast on training issues, we want to look at the issue of divorce, which seems to be on the increase now. More cases of divorce in the church. Some marriages are just 6 months. Some marriages are 6 weeks. So we begin to wonder how people can date for 10 years and get married for 1 month. So we begin to look at what actually is the issues, what is leading to this increase in divorce even among the pastorate. A man of God came to me once and told me that, Pastor, I just came to tell you that I'm no more interested in walking out of my home. And we also have high profile pastors also who have divorced. And so we want to look at issues that have to, why these things are so and how we can be able to prepare solution to it. So to meet again on 20 issues, please stay tuned and also follow our programs.